Hello and welcome to the Battlefield 5 Top Plays. In today's episode we've got a selection of amazing Battlefield clips. That first one from EN98 was just insane. Grind is a mode packed with players, and the fact that he manages to get these insane back rages whilst playing in the recon class is just mental. This one from Ascend SAVON, the first was with the Arasaka, a really satisfying 6-man, and the second is an 8-man with the Lee Enfield, 8 kills in 1 point stack, this time on Operation Underground, getting behind the enemy team and just linking together a bunch of headshots.
Okay. Oh no 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 no!
Flipping?
I'm not sure what the record is on lunge mine kills, but this is probably close. HARSHWAH is picking up 8 kills in total, the tank included. A really nice one, over 1,000 points with that lunge mine. It might be a Type 2A, but it's definitely a clip worth watching. This one from Enders is incredibly accurate. He is such a good player on Battlefield 5. It's incredible what he manages to get, and that revolver as well, that Model 27 just coming in there, and then another triple with this Type 2A. It's still insanely good, the Type 2A, even after the patch. Definitely worth taking on maps like Operation Underground. Moving on, it's NXS Tobi. This is Operation Underground once again, but at the outside part. On a game of Rush, we don't often see Rush because it's not often in the rotation. DICE decided to bring it back. It's not as good as the old Rush that we used to have in Battlefield 3 and 4, but it's still Rush, so it's still great fun to play. This is a nice position to take up. If you climb on this awning here, you can see through the sandbags and look at the enemy nest. And he takes all of them down with what looks like an MP28. Probably my favourite clip in today's episode. It's a bit of an unusual one from OliTheBoss, playing with this grease gun. He's located just outside the cathedral on Devastation of Rotterdam. Sometimes it can be really difficult here, and as you'll see, the reason for it being difficult is because enemies spawn in massive clumps and then try and force their way in to this entrance to the cathedral. He's kind of sitting back, perfect range for the grease gun, maybe just a little bit too far away, but still pretty decent at this range. And there you go, a massive clump of enemy players. He gets so many kills with some great accuracy. ODYSSEY's coming in with 2 clips. The first is a 15 kill streak on Narvik. It's a bit of grind once again with this M3 grease gun, a weapon I'm seeing more and more people use, which is great to see. This guy streams a lot. He's probably got, I don't know, in the top 10 levels on this game. He plays so much Battlefield. Definitely worth watching on Twitch. As usual, you can find the links for all the players down below in the description. This is an awesome clip. Enjoy. And the second clip he sent in is a 20 kill streak on Devastation of Rotterdam, again using this M3 grease gun. Realising that that's a bit too far away to kill a player with an SMG, he focuses on the players that are closer to him, and they are just rushing this corner. Good positioning, not being too aggressive, and Luckily for him, some of the enemies are struggling to hit him. Again, a 20 kill streak, a really nice one on Devastation. A shorter clip from Prophet RKS. Check out this for something crazy at the start of a game of Rotterdam.
Actually, like really, I can't even take this game serious no more, you know, like with that kind of shit happening.
Sato 0821 is next, an aggressive recon clip, Operation Underground, players clumped up together, and he manages to use one of the worst weapons for CQB stuff in Battlefield 5, but he makes it work with a great headshot streak. 3 clips from the Great Abroad. The first one is with the Sturmgewehr 1.5 and the Model 27. He's on top of the trains on Rotterdam grind, and he gets a load of kills with some great accuracy throughout. The second clip is using the Lewis gun on Solomon Islands, starting off with a double kill there on some players and another one underneath who, well, most of them down here don't really cover their flanks very well, and that last guy that runs through just catches a revolver shot to the face. He then goes on to kill a couple more players. A nice streak this one on Alpha Objective on Breakthrough. And finally, a short clip with the Sturmgewehr 1.5, Operation Underground, a bunch of kills with some very nice accuracy. A 12 kill streak from UMAIRKINGZ. This is Rotterdam, the M1A1 and a bunch of assault items. In the assault class, he sends in a couple of clips every week, and it tends to be one of those classes where you need to go on the offensive, make use of everything, your grenades, your Pia or Panzerfaust, whatever you picked, your dynamite as well, and then use the powerful weapons in that class just to dominate the enemy players. Yes, you can't use the healing as you can in the medic class, but it's still a great class. The anti-tank ability is also superb, and he takes out 12 players just on this one corner. For some reason, they're all just reviving in the smoke at the same time. An epic clip. Viktor Scar is next. Jumping down behind the enemy players, he starts this clip off with a triple and then goes on a bit of a rampage underneath this bridge here on Rotterdam, making his way up the staircase to the top of Bravo Objective. A bunch of players have returned beneath. He goes back down, finds them all, and racks up nearly 4,000 points. MAXIO is next, starting out this clip with a well-timed dynamite on this enemy buggy or the Kubel wagon. You know it's going to do this at the start of every single match on Twisted Steel Breakthrough. That's what they need to do really. They want to push through and flank, so if you throw some dynamite or some mines on the road, you're almost guaranteed a kill. He knows that and he gets it. The Sturmgewehr, his weapon of choice, as he goes on a bit of a flank into the enemy attackers.
That guy is so thirsty to kill me, it's actually like... Well, let me keep it going for the donations. The clip. More.
And the second clip he sent in is a triple, not with the Type 2A that he's using at the minute, but with the revolver. An awesome effort.
Yes. Oh, we got the triple with the model this time.
EN98 was at the start of this video with that intro clip. He's an incredibly good player, and here are a few more clips. Grind has appeared, so he's going to get more clips than usual. You know how good this guy is. His channel again is down below in the description. He posts loads of stuff like this, not just on Battlefield 5, some Battlefield 4, some Battlefield 1, so worth checking out. This Operation Underground clip, the second one he sent in, is a really nice one, as once again he's using the Recon class for CQB. Just not worth doing in this game really, unless you are an expert at accuracy. He happens to be really good using these throwing knives, and to help, the enemy team is completely useless. 2,500 points in that streak before finally knifing that last guy, who again, completely blind. Two more clips from him, I'll let them run in the background. Awesome stuff.
Halt still, das haben wir gleich. Gefährlich, oder?
A longer clip now from Stevastating. He's playing on Rotterdam, and it's a 42-0 streak. He's in the medic class. This is the classic run and gun meta, or it was for a long time. The Suomi and a load of smoke grenades. The 50-round magazine proving invaluable during this flank, as he really needs to get as many enemies taken down as possible. As you'll see in a second, they are all bunched up together. So far, he's been a little bit lucky not getting taken out by that player behind him who spotted him on top of the trains. He then pushes through here, starting out with a nice triple, and then he goes on around another 2-minute killing spree, which I'll let play in the background as some pure gameplay. 42-0, an incredible streak.
Verteidigt das Ziel! Das ist ein Kinderspiel!
Attention! Objective Caesar has been lost!
bitte.
Be aware we
Erobert
have
das Ziel
lost
dort.
objective Bertha. Good work. Objective Anton taken.
Erobern wir dieses Ziel.
Moving on, it's DeadGod playing on Narvik Grind. Finding his way up this ladder after checking that there's nobody around, he gets himself an absolutely awesome back rage streak, starting out with a couple of kills on those players. Hanging behind the sandbags, they don't seem to realise he's there and, well, they all die because of it. He then goes on a flank into the enemy nest.
Hättest du nicht mehr sagen müssen, dass du einen Flank hast.
Ach du Scheiße! Alle weg! Nein! 13-0!
A couple of clips sent in from RAMTEID. The first is using the Lee Enfield on the bridge on Twisted Steel. He's got himself up here on the metal structure to the side, the perfect position. An incendiary nade was in there somewhere as well, a nice little streak. The second one he sent in is using the M2 carbine, not a weapon you see used that much anymore. It used to be used a whole lot when it first came out, and it was really actually quite good at one-framing enemy players due to the fire rate and lack of recoil, but now it's, you know, pretty average from what I can tell. Still, he makes it work. A nice streak this one on Twisted Steel. Bravo objective to start things off with a bunch of kills against this onrush of enemies. A 20 kill streak from NXS is next. This is once again Twisted Steel. Somebody said in the last video that was 25 minutes of grind clips that they could almost expect this was going to be the thing. The minute DICE reintroduced grind, loads of people start playing the game again. Or I say loads of people start playing grind, and then they start sending in a bunch of clips. It's such a fun mode to play. Just incredible to get these awesome flanking moments.
Liegt noch einer. Steht bei mir.
Ich weiß. Aber das bringt mir keine Kills.
Liegt aber einer.
Oh scheiße, der Schatz gemisst. Dann nehme ich noch 6 Schüsse.
Ah, es ist dann. Oh shit.
Lässt sich sehen?
Oh shit. Ich sehe nichts. Oh mein Gott.
Direkt. Stupid Trash, das ist immer, was ich hören will. Durch den Smoke zur Leute gesprayt, geht easy.
Gar nichts.
Ist unter uns.
aufzulegen macht auch Spaß.
Ja?
Ist zwar schon 20 und ich 4, aber macht auch Spaß.
Dabei sein ist alles, ne? Sagt er und starb.
And finally today, a Battlefield 1 clip from Dexter, playing on Monty Grapple with the Model 10A. He's almost had the ending slot for the past month or two on Battlefield 5. I wish I could include more Battlefield 1 clips and make a Battlefield 1 top plays, but unfortunately not that many people send in clips, so I just try and break them up into the Battlefield 5 episode. A nice one though, 22 kills in total with this shotgun, on top of Bravo objective on Monty Grapple.
L'ennemi a perdu la moitié de ses forces. Aufpassen, Maschinengewehr!
J'arrive 2 minutes.
Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of the Battlefield Top Plays. If you did, leave a like down below. If you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike. You can also send your clips in to the show at battlefieldtopplays@gmail.com, and you can check out the players' channels in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.